Hi everybody, Sherilyn Rose here. I have to try a modified clean and simple cardigan. Got a birthday card to do. A little bit of housekeeping first. Only a couple days left to enter for the July mail call giveaway, and that is in the description down below the link. And then we don't keep the addresses, we just delete them. All right. When do you think I'm going to figure it out? Do you see what I am doing here? This is a homemade diffuser that I made that was for a cascade of flowers or lace coming down the one side. And it was like, oh, wait, that's hooking up on my big shot. So I have to turn it over. So I turned it over and ran it through. And this was the first time I was using this lace folder. I was a little impressed. I'm like, hey, that actually really worked. So I put that aside and I'm going to work on the inside. This was the Penny Black, the Birthday Love Sentiments. And I am blocking the colors a little bit more. I knew I was going to have a nasturtium on the front that was going to be very bright. And one of those cookies, what are they called? Macaroons? We don't eat them because we're sugar-free and gluten-free. And so I'm limited to the type of cookies I can make. And those ones do not work out. Plus, of course, they've got all that icing sugar on the outside. So that's definitely a no-go. But what I did was I laid down the colors in yellows and oranges and pinks and put them down in blocks. And then I took my brush and I diffused around the edges of those ones too. And I just kept flipping it back and forth and just putting inks in different spots until I built it up to the point that I was like, okay, I kind of like this now. And I like this Penny Black Birthday Sentiments. This is one of my most used stamp sets because they're just fun sayings. And again, they've done really cute things with the fonts. So, you know, you flip it open and it's not quite like sassy or snarky, but it's just enough to give you a smile, right? Oh, custom stamps going down on the back there. And here we are. This was our focal point. I die cut out in the background one nasturtium with the Alta New Sweet Nasturtium. It also has whatever one of those cookies is. And then I did a couple of leaves in the green cardstock. I've got a small, this one wasn't, I don't think that one was an angled blending brush. It's one of the really teeny minis. And I was flicking it on its side because nasturtiums have got that little bit of color right at the throat, and then you can see the veins coming out. The cookie, I'm deepening up the back shadow layer on it with a little bit more pink because this one's going to be iced in pink. And then for the nasturtiums, you know how they have like splotches on the leaves? I brought in my picket fence and I laid it out in the middle. Because it's been die cut, it's got some grooves that picket fence can run down. And I helped it with a little bit of paint brushing out so that it would look like the way that the nasturtiums have with their white veining and a little bit of, you know, like the white spots through the leaves. This is one of the keyholes. Super simple to assemble. It's got the same symbol in the middle, and then if you look really closely at it, you'll see that, oh, that one's got 2 little dots, that one's got 3 little dots, that's got 4 little dots, and you just go around in a circle and get them all lined up. And then you can see over to the right hand side, I've got the centers for it, and no point in showing that, they just layer it up as well. And it went through the mail fine without having to get extra postage for it because it was not that thick, even though there are several layers of cardstock. Okay, did the same with the cookie, just looked at the layering guide that was on the back and said, okay, well, I need to put this one down and this one down and this one down. So we've got the cookie on the top and the icing in the middle there. And then, of course, the cookie overall is going to have icing over it too. And what was I doing here? Oh, I was mixing pearl drops in gold and the yellow jewel drops from Nuvo for the flower center, and I'm putting it aside to dry. The inside was the pocket sentiments from Alta New. Started out with a black obsidian, that's a pigment ink, laid it down first, and then I brought in tickled pink, and I did an overstamp over the black. Now they're both a pigment style of ink, so I knew that I could throw some of my Sparkle Hollow embossing powder over top of it, which I did. I did 2 of them just in case, and of course I can always layer up the one behind. was heating it from behind with the heat gun because it's got a bit of a sparkle on it and I didn't want to blow that off. So came around to the front, die cut it out, and we're just going to start assembling because the lady that this is going to, she is one of the queens for clean and simple, taught me a lot. This one's not fully clean and simple because there's a lot more embossing there than I think that they would want for the rules, the official rules that are for clean and simple, which are like no more than a quarter of the panel modified, one focal point, very minimal bling bling on it, and no overall embossing on it too. So as you see, like I say, I'm just tacking them all down and I'm checking out where I want that happy birthday. And I went, okay, well, that is our focal point. So it's going to go smack dab in the middle of that. Now that I've got those laid down, the cookie, that's where I'm coming in with that royalizing now and going over top. And while it was still wet, I put glue on the back of the sentiment and I set it into place so that it would set down into that nouveau. That was the strawberry coulis that was on the cookie thing. Just a wee bit of shiny, shiny, bling, bling strawberry shortcake from Simon Says Stamp to kind of, augment those colors that we've got down. And that's going to be it. Oh, I did die cut out the panel too with the wonky stitched rectangles. So there we are. It's already been sent off through the mail. I hope you guys are getting some crafting done too. Thanks everybody for sharing and liking and commenting. And, as Amy says, those YouTube robot overlords, right? So you all go be that change that you want to see in the world. Thanks again. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.